Okay. Good morning, co-banker George. It's nice to see
Good morning.
everybody. This wonderful and very nice Monday morning. I hope you had a nice weekend. So we have a lot of things to cover today. So let's get started. Nancy is going to do the highlights of the affiliates. So Nancy will go last with the affiliates. So let's go start with Nicole. Nicole, how are you today? Hey, you have to unmute. Nicole, you have to unmute yourself. We lost Nicole. What happened? In that case, John, why don't you go first?
Thank you, Peter. Good morning, Coldwell Banker George family. Happy Earth Day. This is the day we think about the earth and how we can keep it going and recycling and making it healthy. John Wax with Snap and HD. The way I can help you continue and make you more successful is several ways. Number one, make sure you use your social media. Tell people that you're in the real estate business and you're there to help them. Use information that sets you apart from other people, like going to our website. At the bottom of the website, it says blogs. On there is a plethora of information about insurances, about how to protect your properties from flood, fire, what is the wildfire report, and other items like that. When you have a chance, you can go right through that. The other thing is you're working with buyers. As long as you have access to the internet, you can go on and check out the property tax estimator and find out supplemental taxes so they can see their affordability. And then also we have the free flood report. It's not only for your leases, but you can use that if you're representing buyers to find out if a property is affected by flood. Or, as always, reach out to me. I can check the fire zones. I can check the flood zones. I recommend you order the reports at time of listing because there's no charge unless it closes, okay? But your best bet is to be proactive and to be in front of your agents. And you can use the information I'm providing to you and send it out to your database because it shows you that you're in touch with things and you know what's important to them. My biggest tip to you is always, I'm sorry I don't have one on, always wear your badges, have cards, pens, appropriate documents with you because you never know where your next deal is coming from. Let's have a wonderful end to April. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Let's see. Kitten, how are you today? Nice to see you.
Good, Peter. I hope you're doing well as well. I just want to touch real quickly again on the apartment market right now. It's really difficult to find coverage, but I've been seeing a lot of success with some of my standard markets. You guys got to be aware of the electrical panels. That's the biggest thing right now that will send your apartment complex or your client's apartment complex to surplus. That's going to be probably about a 100% increase in your price, sometimes even 200 based on the electrical panels. And then I can also assist in closing escrow. So don't be hesitant to reach out. I've been able to close escrow in up to 3 days. But I prefer a little bit of a longer notice than that, but I can get it done really quickly if need be. So let me know.
So for the older electrical panels, you recommended to have it replaced, or well.
Yes, so it's based on the manufacturer, and the four panels that carriers will not write you for are Zinsco, Stablock, Federal Pacific, and Challenger. And these are all just outdated and faulty panels that carriers see as a higher concern, and they have a high claim rate. So they won't touch it. And yeah, if you have it replaced, it'll not only increase the value of the property, but it'll make your insurance premiums cheaper.
Wow, interesting to know. Thank you very much.
Of course.
All right, let's go with Jackie, Glen Oak Escrow. Jackie, how are you today?
Hi, good morning, Peter. Hi, good morning, Cole Baker. Betty is not here again, but it's just me today. But just wanted to say hi and hope you guys have a great day. I feel that the market has been picking up a little bit, so there is business to go get out there. And if you ever need help with seller estimates to make your listing appointments a little bit more presentable, just give us a call or email us and we're happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Nicole, are you back?
I'm
now I
back.
can see you back. Sorry.
Sorry about that. I was having a little difficulty. I don't know what was going on. Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with all of you today. And we're excited to see each of you. It's a perfect time to talk with your sphere of influence, your past clients. But most importantly, if you're going to be going on a listing presentation, reach out to us. We can provide you with a listing property profile, color profile with the tabs. And once you sign that listing, it's important that you get started on your listing prelim. So reach out to any one of your title representatives. We're all here to help you. And again, those prelims are very, very important to check if there's any red flags.
Did you get a jumper?
Transaction.
No
Have
jumper.
a beautiful day.
My boy don't want
Thank
to
you.
jump
Thank
around.
you,
He
Nicole.
does.
Thank you.
Christina, can you mute yourself, please? All right, thank you. All right, next is Andrew Wayne from PAB. How are you?
Hi, Peter. Morning, Peter. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Happy Monday. This is Andrew from Pacific Bank. We're currently promoting steady income.
Oh, do you know who's coming? Yep. Mikey said he may
Hello?
come.
Christina.
Yeah. Mute.
He was
I
gonna
hear someone
try.
talking on the phone.
Okay. Okay. I think go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
Anyway, we're currently promoting a steady income mortgage program where, again, no tax return, no pay stubs, and we can get them within 30 days. The current rate between 7.25% fixed 3 years until 7.5% after 5 years. Anyway, it's very simple, easy process. Give me a call. I'll leave my information, on the chat room. And also, we are currently doing SBA as well. Any question you have, give me a call. I'll be able to help you any way I can. Thank you so much. Thanks, Peter.
Andrew, what's your TCD rate?
Our TCD right now is basically for 6 months, perhaps 5% or more or less. And again, let us know what you expect to get CD rate, and we'll work on it. Like I said, we're very flexible, but we're foreseeing the rates coming down. So therefore, if you talk to other banks, if you notice that the longer term CD right now, the rate is much lower compared to short term rates.
Yeah.
So a lot of banks are currently promoting 6 months to 8 months, sometimes 9 months. But for 12 months CD or more, the rate will be much lower. I think right now it's below 5%, about 4.8 to 5% more or less. But for the CD between 6 months and 9 months, I think you still can get 5% or more right now. So if you know a bank that offer longer term CD like 2 years, like 5.25, do it right away. Okay, don't hesitate.
All right, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all the affiliates other than Nancy. So anybody else just came in? Affiliates just came in. Want to show themselves? If not, okay, Nancy. Nancy will be our spotlight speaker today, and her topic is what title insurance covers and what they are excluded. So Nancy, take it away, please.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning, everyone. Nancy Chan, lawyer's title. Been in the business a long time. So I'm going to start with something, a little bit of history and some fun facts about title insurance. Title insurance started, this is very old, 1853. There was a law that was a lawsuit that caused the sort of legislation to start to have title insurance. It started in Pennsylvania. There was a lawsuit, Watson versus Muirhead. There was, when Watson bought the property, there was prior liens on the property. So it went to court, but then Watson lost. So there was a legislation in 1974 that says, okay, we're going to have something to protect the people and their hard-earned money. So it passed in 1874. And then the first title insurance was in Philadelphia. And the property was sold for $1,500. So at that time, that's a lot of money in the 1800s. So that's a little bit of history. And so far, we do have two types of policies. One is the owner's policy. Now, all of you will see on your prelim sets, homeowner's policy. The owner's policy has evolved and changed, and additional coverage has been added to the old owner's policy. So now all of you, if you're the buyer and the buyer's agent, you will know that on the prelim, it says homeowner's policy. That is the best policy available. There's nothing better unless you have to get endorsement and other thing. That's every case by case. So all the title companies has to offer, in California especially, the same policy. What you get for the homeowner's policy is what we go for California Land Title Association homeowner's policy. And then, of course, when the lender, like Andrew and everybody, loans money on the property, the lender also knows the importance of a title policy. So the lender is getting a lender's policy, right, Andrew? If you're gonna loan on the money, they're not gonna give you a lender's policy. You say, no, I'm not loaning you any money. Okay, it doesn't work like that. So when it comes to owner carry, sometimes if it's all cash, you only get the homeowner's policy, right? The buyer gets a homeowner's policy. But if there's owner carry, we have another policy called joint protection. Joint protection means the seller is carrying it. So we insure the buyer as a homeowner's. Also, we insure the seller that carries the deed of trust. So there's a joint protection policy. So most people are not aware of it. I have people that call me and say, my seller is carrying a note. What kind of policy are we getting? Is there any extra cost? No, joint protection has no extra cost. Title company just understand the seller is carrying the loan. We're going to record a deed of trust where the seller is the beneficiary. Okay. If you don't understand the terms, put it in the chat room or something, or you can, I can answer those questions. So there's two policies. The homeowner's policy now is standard for all the single family 1 to 4. Okay. And you don't ask me why. That's the way it's written. It's the way title insurance is written. I don't have an explanation. 1 to 4, you get the homeowner's policy. Okay. 5 and up, if it's apartment lenders, you don't get the homeowner's policy. You get the basic policy, and the coverage is a little different. I will send that the policy to Peter, and Peter can send it to everybody because you can't read it on the screen anyway. So I don't do sharing because nobody can read it. Okay, because if you have it in your computer, you can read it and understand it a little better. So there's a homeowner's policy for 1 to 4. 5 and up is the basic policy. The lender policy remains the same, unless, like Keaton, if you do you have commercial property or somebody does commercial loans, then the lender wants extra policy, and then we'll go from there. Like James, he does construction loan. There's all kinds of endorsement the lender requires. But as a realtor that you sell single family from 1 to 4, really have no difference. It is the homeowner's policy you're going to get. Okay. So, but let me ask you, what do we cover? What don't we cover? We cover what? We don't cover the building. Most people say, Nancy, I get calls all the time, or WeChat or email. Can you tell me how many bedroom and bathroom? How come the seller says it's 5 bedroom and on the county on the title profile or real list it's only 4 bedroom, and it's 3 bath? It only says 1 bath. Does title company cover that? No. Oops. I'm going to turn my phone off. Sorry. So title company is not covering how big the property is. We don't cover building. We don't cover lot size. So if you do have somebody that's buying a land, okay, we're not going to give you a policy that covers how big the land is. We don't know why. Let's say Peter and I are neighbors. Our parents were friends for 2 generations. And then Peter wanted to buy a big RV, and the RV cannot go into his driveway. So Peter Peter's father used to be and my dad were friends. They said, hey, can you give me another 5 feet so I can have the RV parked there? They don't do a survey and change the legal description and change the lot size. We just give it to them. So title company cannot tell if there's any encroachment or any kind of unwritten agreement between the owners. So we can't do that. If you want the land to be covered, you have to do a license. You have to have a licensed surveyor to go there. Then you give us a survey, and at least we'll give you the coverage according to the survey. So Peter, if you're losing 5 feet or I'm losing 5 feet and the survey says you don't have 5 feet, you don't cover it. We don't cover it. We cover according to the survey. Getting a survey is just a peace of mind for the builder and for you. If you want to, let's say you have clients now that want to buy a home. They want to build an ADU. You don't know about the accuracy of the lot size. Maybe you might suggest them to do a survey. But survey costs money. So Peter, I'm saying, if you really want to be sure as a buyer's agent, how big is the lot, you need to do really a survey in order that we can cover. Okay, that's an extended coverage. Okay,
Nancy,
and we don't
can you-
cover. Go ahead.
Can you order ALTA?
That's the ALTA
SLTA,
extended coverage. Yes.
In order
yes.
to have the special survey and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we cover the ownership and the estate and the interest, right? So if Peter has a trust and he's selling through his trust, and we want to know who the trustees are, so those we will cover. We cover the ownership of this certain piece of land that you own, and also your interest in it. So I have a question. This happened, and it's very curious. Two brother bought a house. Older brother put more money down, so he has 60%. And then they both got along. It happens. I don't know why, but it happened. So the wife of the older brother that owns 60% called me and says, can I put a gate in the yard so my other brother cannot come in through this gate? I want him to go to the back gate. No. Their possession and ownership is covered. We don't care about the percentage. If you only own 1%, you still have access and interest of that property, but you only have 1%. So who gets the bigger bedroom, who gets a bigger house, I don't care. Okay, so just because you're 90%, you don't have the right to say, I won't let the 1% come in. Does that make sense? So I've gotten those calls, okay? So we cover the ownership and the interest of the property. Another thing, this will tell you what, when, let's say, Jeffrey, you bought the property from Peter, okay? But you quit claim it to your brother. You didn't go through title insurance. Guess what? Bad news. Your brother doesn't have coverage. Title insurance ended at the time you changed title, because we insure the people's right, the person's ownership and interest, not the property. Unlike fire insurance and all that insurance that goes with the property, title insurance goes with that person. Car insurance, same thing. If Peter, you sell your car, that car is not covered, right? So most people don't understand. We get this so much right now. Everybody tells me, I want to add put my kids on title. I want to quit claim to my sons. I hate to be the messenger of bad news to say, well, then you don't have title insurance anymore. Most likely nothing will happen, but I don't know. Okay, and also another thing about title insurance is that we insure the past, not the future. When Peter sells a house to Jeffrey, we clear everything on Peter's name. His trust has no liability. His trust is signed by the right person. The property's lien and loans, everything is paid off. Property is paid off. So Jeffrey gets the title. We insure what? The past. But later on, when Jeffrey gets a letter from an attorney saying that the previous owner still owes some money and it's a lien on the property, if belongs to Peter and title company missed it, we will insure it. But Jeffrey goes to get a loan, and then sometimes somebody or somebody sues something, and Jeffrey said, I have title insurance. No, we don't cover you. We cover the previous liens and judgment that, or Peter's, under Peter's name, or that we missed. Okay, so we really cover the past, not the future. We cover the past in case there's something, a flaw on title that comes to the new owner, then we'll insure it. Okay.
And
So
let's say, for example, if you have brothers, two brothers have the title on the piece of property, one of the brother, and they are in the tenants in common. And if the one brother quit claim to the third party, would that end the title insurance coverage as well?
well, this depends on what it is. Okay, you have to read the coverage. But if the brother that quit claim, okay, has any problems later, the brother that got the property will need to take care of it.
The what? Who's
Because, okay, let's say my brother quit claim to me. My brother's name is Sam. He quit claimed it to me. We didn't go through title insurance. We just recorded a deed.
Right.
Then when I come to refi or sell the property, my brother has a lien or judgment or something. Guess what? I don't have clear title,
Right.
even though he's quit claim already. Even though the lien and the problem happened after he quit claim.
Yeah, right.
But he has an uninsured deed. So Nancy Chen right now, if I want to refi, Andrew's going to say, hey, title company found this lien on the previous owner. What are you going to do? I have to clear it.
Right,
It becomes my liability.
Right, I understand. Now, but for the person that has nothing to do with quit claim, the other brother, and the other brother has a problem with his title later on, would the title insurance company cover that the person who has not quit claim anything to anybody?
Okay, so the person remaining, will we cover them?
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so there, and then another thing that and people don't understand. You know, now with the new Proposition 19, anytime you have change of ownership, they're going to reassess your property tax. Unless, okay, parent to children, if the children has to live there, it has to be his primary home. And then in order for the assessment to be exempt. So if you want to give your property to your son, Peter, he has to live there. He has to be his primary resident.
Right.
That's telling all the rich people that you can't give away your investment property to your kids and your tax base stays the same. Then pretty soon, county will run out of money because all the tax money goes to the physical expenses of the county every year. Okay, so second thing is though, when you do that, okay, a lot of people say, what if I put it in my trust? Yes, Peter, you and Shumei, you have your own trust. The property is under you too. And you put it in your own trust. That's not, that's exempt from reassessment. But, and also you're still insured. Your homeowner's policy is still good because you just put it into your own trust. You're still the trustee of your property of the trust. But if you put it in your LLC, okay, two things will happen. The county will want you to prove that LLC is still both of you, and you still have the equal share, equal right. Then the county will come after you, get you all your LLC paperwork to make sure that you're not going to pay more taxes. Also, your title insurance, you don't have title insurance anymore. Not like the trust. You put in your LLC, your title insurance is void. However, there's an endorsement you can buy. So talk to your title company when you want to do these changes. I know a lot of the salespeople and the title insurance, they don't know, but they can ask their inside people. They can ask advisory to find out if it's safe. So let's say Alex is going to form an LLC and grants his property into LLC. He doesn't have insurance anymore. Okay, because that's an entity. It's not a personal thing. Okay, completely different. So understand, don't ask me if I'm going to the house was 5-bedroom, and then you found out the permit on says 4, and you can claim in the title company. We don't cover the building. We don't cover lot size. Okay, so when you have anything that you grant into LLC, please ask for endorsement.
Okay.
Also, Peter, I just said to you, you will have title insurance if you grant your property into the trust. There's a loophole. 1 to 4, yes. 5 and up, you don't. You gotta go get it, and you gotta get another endorsement.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it gets complicated. I'm here to help you because I like for you to ask questions before you do anything. Sometimes after the fact, I can't help you anymore. I don't call myself a sales rep. I really call myself a technician because I understand how these things work. Not because I'm smarter, it's because I've been helping people for so long. So I ran into all this problem.
So when you quick clean your commercial property, for example, shopping center, to your trust, the title insurance company will not.
The attorney doesn't know that. Your trust attorney doesn't know that.
Oh my God.
So that's when you call your title company,
And
you
get
have
it
them
endorse
record
it.
that deed so they can give you endorsement
Mm.
for that property. Then you transfer into a trust.
Ah.
So they record the document to the trust, they give you endorsement.
I see.
The
Oh,
attorneys, they don't know that. It's not
Yeah.
their job to know title insurance. It's our
yeah,
job.
yeah. Very good. Very useful information.
Yeah, because I work with certain attorneys that does trust, and they don't know these things. So you want to put three properties in your trust, you better make sure they're 1 to 4 unit. Anything above that, you need to get an endorsement.
Mm. I see.
We do get claims. It's not that maybe you get lucky, you will never have a claim, right?
Mhm.
But I always believe if you can get insurance, why not? To get endorsement, it's $100, $120. It's cheap,
Yeah.
plus recording fee. Are you gonna go look at your trust again, Peter?
I better, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay, any questions? Please give me a call because I just basically touched the surface. There's more details about taxes and change of title and all this stuff. Let me know.
Yeah.
Nancy Chan, Lawyer's Title. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Peter.
Nancy. Appreciate it. Very, very good information. Appreciate it very much. Okay, now I think that's all the affiliates. If you
Peter,
have-
we have one more in the room. Go ahead and come
Melissa?
on and introduce yourself. Melissa's here.
Okay.
Come on, Melissa. Because they're gonna start the meeting, so go ahead and say hello. Yeah. And then we'll figure your computer out.
Hi, hello everyone. This is my second time to be here. I'm from Team Young. We have 20 years of experience in mold, fire and water remediation. We do termite control, pest control. I look forward to connecting with you to help with your customers. So if anyone need our service, please contact me. I will share my name card and our introduction. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Melissa.
Uh-huh.
Just want to let you know, Melissa, you can also join us through the Zoom. Just give me your email address and I can forward you the link, okay? All right. All right, that's all the affiliate. Andrew, you have something
Hey,
to add?
Melissa, I'm gonna say we're sending you information because we do have a termite issue here. Right.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's continue. Before we go to the business of individual officers, I'd like to make some announcements. The first one is that the sunsetting of the Outlook email address is going to be at the end of I think the end of this week is the end of April the 30th. So for those who has not made the transition yet, or you have not had a new email address yet, please let us know and we can help you to do the transition. So it has to be before the end of the month. After that, you would not be able to use the Outlook email anymore. So, okay, this is very important. The second announcement is the award ceremony is going to be May the 17th, 2024, and it's going to take place at James Charles New Restaurant, rate 36. And for the agents who think that they are qualified for the awards and have not received any notification, let me or Michelle know. We'll make sure that you get invited and also you get the award. The third announcement is the global luxury training. You can have the training in order to be a global luxury agent. You have to be certified, and the certification process involves some training, and also you have to do 3 global luxury properties within 2 years. So now the Coldwell Banker Home Office will give you the training free of charge, but then you still have to go through the course. So if you want to be the global luxury agent, let us know, and let Michelle know. I will get you situated with the training. Okay. And also, I have many questions regarding, from the agents regarding the resources. For example, the MLS input forms and stuff like that. And these kind of things, you can get it from the website. Our website is very good. New website has a lot of agent resources. All you have to do is go to our website, which is CBGR. CBGeorgerealty.com, and then you can sign in. Go to the agent sign in and click the agent resources, and you'll have a whole bunch of resources that you can employ. Like MLS input and a whole bunch of resources. So you don't have you don't have to ask us every time that you encounter some problems. Okay, so make sure that you use the website. It is very resourceful information there, and that will help yourself and help us too. Okay, that's all my announcements. So let's go to Arcadia. Doug, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, okay.
How you doing, guys?
Give us a report on your office.
Yeah,
Everything there?
Yeah, well, I have no idea on the sales because Tuan's been on vacation for a week. And so, as you know, this office is severely short-staffed. But I do have 5 recent listings that I'll tell you about. Andy Sue on Valley Boulevard in Rosemead for $798. He's got a commercial sale. Sharon Chow has a residential lease in San Marino, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $48.50 a month. Amy Wang has got an apartment. This is an apartment, 8 units, $4,500,000. But I understand these are spectacular apartments. And she took a 1-year listing on this too, which is really good. So congratulations to her on that one. In Mentone, Yin Yin Tang had a listing, but it already sold. So it was $295 it's near Redlands for 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And of course, she had multiple offers and went way over price. So congratulations to her. And our last listing is from Amy Wang. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath on Coronet in Pasadena. I believe this is the Hastings Ranch area. It's $1,468,000. So things are still happening here. I can't report to you the sales until next week when Tuan gets back, because everything goes into her
Yeah.
Sky slope, and I don't get it, so.
Seems,
I mean, I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. So I'd
seems
rather
that,
give you guys a full report.
yeah. Seems that the agents are coming to the office more often now.
More
Right?
agents are
Last
coming
last
in.
time I was there, that they have a lot of agents, you know.
And I've had a lot of, I have a lot of Alhambra agents coming in lately too. So
Really?
this
Oh,
office is open to everybody, so come on in.
yeah, right, good. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right, thank you. Now, as for the Alhambra office, we are not doing too badly either. We have 3 listing and 6 sales, so it's not too bad. The listings are for Nina's Shoe is for the condo in Monterey Park, 750,000. Ella's Shoe for a residence in Alhambra for 1.3 million, and Antonio Rodriguez for income property in Los Angeles, $1.1 million. That's very good. Congratulations to them. Yes, Alex.
Peter,
Yes. You have a
I
listing?
have a new listing. Actually, I met yesterday with my clients. They're coming from Arizona, so they're just doing the e-sign on the property. It's in Covina. The previous clients, I got the house for them in 1995.
Oh, good.
So they want to move her mom to live with them in Arizona. So house is gonna be on the market hopefully this week. 825 South Fenimore Avenue in Covina. We put an excellent price because comparable shows 850, 875, but the house needs some, some maintenance, upgrades, I can say. So we put it 750, and I know that that's gonna bring a lot of activity on it. So it's 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1480 square footage, and the lot size is over 7,000. So it's a very nice area nearby the shopping center on Citrus Avenue. West something is what they call the West Side shopping center over there. So anyway,
Westfield Mall.
Yes, exactly. That's the one. So it's a very good location and condition again. It needs a little great, but it's gonna be a good price. So if anyone have a client, say take advantage. You have at least 2-3 days ahead of time. So before we put it, everything is signed. We put it on the market. Okay.
So it's going to be sold as is.
As is conditions, no termite, no nothing, but new roof 2 years ago. It has a new windows already.
Okay.
They did some upgrade on the kitchen like 10-15 years ago, which I know whoever buys is gonna do something else. And there's a lot of room to improve the house, move walls from here and there and gonna make a beautiful, beautiful home. And backyard is very nice. So I think it's a very good property.
Okay. Thank you, Alex, for sharing. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right. As for the sales, we have, as I said, we have 6 sales. The first 2 is those are condos in Monterey Park by Nina Su for 750,000 and 755,000. And then we have Jesus, the residence in Pomona for 710,000. Then we have Sunshine Garden for residents in Santa Clarita for 895,000. And then we have 2 leases from Shimei Cam. One is $222,689 for the lease, and the other is 1.706 million is also a commercial lease. So between the 2 leases, there's about
really
$2 million, and 4% of the $3 million of the $2 million. So just for the 2 leases alone is $80,000, which is not too bad for leasing. So I always tell the people don't look down on the leasing. When you have a commercial leasing, it can be very lucrative, and you don't spend a whole lot of time on the leasing, and then you can get the money right away. So congratulations on the sales of those agents who has achieved that. Thank you very much. And is there any Any more listing, new listing or reduction in price that you want to mention before I go into the presentation today? Alex, yes.
Yeah, hold on. Just a reminder about the condominium for lease that I have over here on Pepper Street, 1813, which is close to Costco and right behind the Alhambra Hospital. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, and the asking is 2,500, and it has 3 car spaces. So it's a very good location, good shape at the place. So it is available and it can be shown anytime.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, it looks like you have been very busy lately. Congratulations.
Well, once in a
for
while,
you.
I say, I better go back to work. So I'm doing something.
Okay, thank you, Alex. All right, with that, I would like to do a little bit on my presentation today. It won't be too long. And let's see. What I'm going to do is, as you know, that a lot of agents, more and more agents are getting to leasings. So I was thinking that there's a lot of disclosure requirement for leasing too. So I'll take this time to revisit some of the leasing disclosure requirements. And it's a long list of forms that I need to cover. So I'm going to break it down to 2 parts. Part one will be today, and part 2 will be next week. And there will be 20 altogether 26 forms that I want to cover. Just want to give you a preview and also some kind of comments on how to use it. Okay, so the first one is the agency disclosure confirmation, and it's called AD and AC. This disclosure is required only for the leases more than 1 year. If you have 1 month-to-month or 6 months lease, you don't need to disclose this. You don't need to use this form, and it applies to all property types, with the exception of residential income with 5 units or more. In other words, the exception is just like the apartment units, and it applies to all the property, like 1 to 4 units, and also commercial. Then you can take a look at the California Civil Code to get all the details of what need to be done, what is required of it. And the second form is appraisal discrimination addendum. As you know, even for the sale and the purchase of property, you have FAAA, which is called the Fair Appraisal Act addendum. Essentially, what it does is that it gives you the disclosure that the appraisal was done by a professional appraiser, and it's a fair. They do it fairly, and it's not a exaggeration of or a distortion of any appraisal comments. And it's only required if the appraisal is conducted for a lease of more than 1 year. Otherwise, it's not required. And it's usually, usually not required either in residential or commercial property. But if you have a lease, which is 1 year or more, is recommended that you use it. And the legal authority, you can find it in California Civil Code section 11202.6G. Asbestos, you all know about asbestos. For all the buildings constructed prior to 1979, if you're selling it, you have to disclose about the asbestos, the danger of having exposed to the asbestos. Now, for the leasing more than a year, you're required to disclose it as well. And basically, if you know about any asbestos possibility of exposure to the asbestos, you have to inform the tenants, and then report any extent of the exposure, its location, and the general procedure to handling the exposure. and it applies to both the residential and commercial properties. The legal authority can be found in Health and Safety Code, Section 25.915 and 25.915.5. And then we have the bed bug disclosure. You're probably pretty familiar with, and if you're aware of bed bugs in the apartment or the residential units that you're going to lease to anybody, you're statutorily required to give them information about the bed bugs, and also the procedure that the tenant must follow to report suspected investigations to the landlord. And this disclosure required prior to creating a new tenancy and must be given to all existing tenants. And this only applies to residential property. It does not apply to commercial, as you probably know that commercial, you're not supposed to live in a commercial property anyway. So and also the authority, you can find it in California Civil Code, Section 1954.600 and following. And then the carbon monoxide, and you probably heard about it, the carbon monoxide detector compliance, and all the residential units must be, if you have if you have a fossil fuel burning heater or appliance, fireplace, then you have to install a carbon monoxide detector device in the appropriate areas in order to protect your property in case there's some the tenants inside the property when if there's a possibility of carbon monoxide happening in the premises. And this, of course, applies to only to residential property, and it is not required in commercial. The legal authority can be found in the California Health and Safety Code, Section 17926.1. And then now this is the death in the premises. It's a pretty tricky situation because a lot of people think that, hey, why should I, nobody knows that there's any death in the premises, so why should I report it? But the thing is that statutorily that death within 3 years is a material fact, and you should report all the material facts affecting the premises. So a death within 3 years you have to report, but death with over 3 years you don't have to report. That is a very critical things to be aware of, because a couple years ago a company, one of the agents forgot to report the death within 3 years on a commercial real estate. And it was a motel, and then there's somebody was drowned in the swimming pool, and the agent did not report it to the new buyer. So the buyer later on found out, and then sued everybody, and we had to settle about $100,000. So that is nothing to be sneered at. If you have death inside the premises, and if the lease is over 1 year, you have to report. But if you don't have, if the death is because of the health problem like the AIDS or COVID and things like that, because of HIPAA, you're not supposed to disclose anything about the health condition of the tenants. So if or the people living in the premises. So if that's the case, then all you have to do is say, you have the death, and the reason of death. If they ask you about it, you can say that, well, because of the protection of HIPAA, you're not privileged to disclose the cause of death. If the death is because of the AIDS or health problems, like COVID and, things like that. And also be careful what you say to the new tenant or new owner too, because you're not you cannot make any intentional misrepresentation in case they ask you some questions. You just have to say that, hey, you're not privileged to disclose. That's it. And this form of this law applies both to residential and commercial properties. So it covers the commercial properties as well. The legal authority can be found in California Civil Code 1710.2. And then we have the disability access inspection disclosure for commercial properties. Now, as you know, that there's a surge of ADA lawsuits, and this is very, very important that if you didn't have any disability asset inspection for the property, you have to disclose it, and then also you have to stay in each lease whether you have that done or not. If you have not done it, you must be properly disclose it, and it is up to the tenant whether they want to have the CASP report or not. If they do, then you have to do it before the lease commences. And this report, if you have the CASP report, you have to deliver it 48 hours in advance, before the execution of the lease. Otherwise, the tenants has 72 hours cancellation right from execution. So this is important. You have a commercial real estate, and you want to make sure that you have the ADA compliance. If not, then you have to disclose it to the tenant, and let the tenant has the option whether to do further investigation or not. And as I said, this only applies to commercial real estate. Doesn't apply to the residential. The legal authority can be found in California Civil Code 1938. And then we have the environmental hazards booklet. This booklet is only optional. You don't have to produce it, but if you have it, it's recommended that you disclose it to the tenant if the lease is over 1 year. So it's optional for residential and commercial property, and legal authority can be found in Civil Code 2079.7 and 2079.13. And then the flood disclosure, and this is a mandatory disclosure. If the property is in a flood zone, you have to disclose it, and then if you want to, if it is in a flood zone, it's generally required that you have the flood insurance, and if you have a lease or rental agreement for more than 1 year, you have to disclose it to the tenant as well. And then it applies to only for the residential property. Legal authority can be found in California Government Code Section 8589.45. And then you have the gas, electric meters for those water meters and electric meters or gas meters. It's required that you post the rates, and also whether you have a separate meters or not, or for the common areas, or for the premises as well. And it applies only to residential property. A legal authority, you can find in both the Civil Code, public utility codes, and the gas and electrical, California Civil Code Section 798.4. And then you are required to identify the landlord or the manager. If you have a property manager, you are required to inform the tenants who the manager is and what their duties are, and then you know, if you have a change of property, you know, also in terms of sales, the property, you have to give the notice of change of property, and also the change of property manager, NCOPM. And on the, you know, when you have the tenancy, beginning the tenancy, whether there's a new owner or new manager, the landlord or person signing the rental agreement must first disclose the name, telephone number, and address, or receipt of notices for the manager, and also for either the owner of the person authorized to act on behalf of the owner to receive notices. And then you have to disclose the name and telephone number and address of the person to whom to send the rent is paid, and also to tell them what form the rent must be paid, and also provide a copy of the rental agreement within 15 days after the signing of the lease. And this applies only to residential properties, legal authorities, the Civil Code section 1962 and 1962.7. And then last but not the least is the lead hazard pamphlet, and this you know, is required for buildings that was built before January 1st, 1978, and that usually before the 1978 there's a lead content in the paint, and so if you have the building before then, the possibility is that you have the painting that contains lead, then you have to disclose it to the tenants. The exceptions will be like you know, if you don't have any dwelling units, whether that is a loft or efficiency unit or dormitory or the studio, or the short-term rental, which is like Airbnb. These are not required to disclose. And it applies to only to residential properties, and legal authority can be found in 42 U.S.C. section 4852.d, that's part of the forms. And as I said, there's 13 other forms which I will cover next time. Some of these forms are optional, some of them are required. So it's a good time to sit down and look through it and be certain that you kind of know about it, and then how to apply it, and that will save you a lot of trouble later on. Okay, and with that, that's my presentation for today. And is there any questions on that?
Yeah, Peter.
Yes.
In the case of a burglary or a robbery, and somebody gets shot and killed on the property, do you have to disclose that, or because it's a murder?
You have to disclose that. Yeah, within 3 years. 3 years.
But you don't have to disclose that it was in the course of a robbery. You just say somebody died here.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Exactly. You don't have to give the detail, but you have to disclose that somebody died in the property within 3 years of occurrence.
See, I had a liquor store that was for sale, and the buyers were there observing the business, and somebody, a good neighbor Sam, came in and said, "Oh, too bad about the guy that got killed."
Yeah.
And you know, that blew the sale.
Oh, yeah. Well, but it's better safe than sorry. You know, you get to disclose it, right? You know, whether they take it seriously or not, it's up to them. But you have to disclose it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Any more questions?
Peter, point of information. All the booklets are on our website, the Snap NHC website. I'll put it in the chat. And as far as the lease report, we're the only ones with the free lease report. It's a flood zone only report, and we have those available.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. That's a good service of agents. Yes, Alex, do you have questions? You're frozen. Alex, you're frozen. Anyway, okay.
I'm sorry, no. Okay, thank you.
No question? Okay. All right, any more questions? Yeah, we finished right on time. So, all right, if no questions, wish you everybody a nice week. And it's a beautiful weather and enjoy it. Okay. All right. See you next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.